What's up YouTube, this is Paul from Mickey Tech Tips, and today I'm going to be talking about virtual reality because that is an interesting topic that everyone's bringing up nowadays, and I just want to talk about it because it is an interesting thing to talk about. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so the one thing I want to point out is that virtual reality is really neat. You can play games, you can do all these simulators. They even have things that you can sit on and it feels like you're there. Like they had, I think, like a roller coaster simulator at one of the conventions that people go to for technology. It might have been CES. I honestly forget which one. But they had that. They have all sorts of things that let you experience different stuff without you even being there. And one of the neat things about it is it's very cheap. Here's my Google Cardboard viewer. It's not set up, but I got that for free from Google. And even now, if you want to get a Google Cardboard, they're inexpensive to get, and if you make them your own, it's even cheaper then. Another thing is a lot of people get the Oculus Rift, which is about $600 US, and then the HTC Vive will be coming out soon. The Rift is already taking pre-orders. The Vive, I don't know the pricing on it. Actually, they haven't released the pricing yet, but they did release the pricing for the Rift. I think $600 is fine for premium VR. Now, the biggest problem people are having with it is that you got to have a gaming PC to use it, which is understandable. But honestly, I think $600 isn't that bad. A lot of people say it's too expensive, and in fact, it might be a little bit high. But honestly, I was expecting it to be about anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. So that ain't bad. And neat thing with virtual reality, eventually, it'll be tied in with augmented reality, which for those of you guys that don't know what augmented reality is, it's basically the technology that allows cameras to take a picture of like an object and put something on top of it that wasn't there before. So like the Microsoft HoloLens, you combine that augmented reality with somewhat of a VR experience, and you got a really good experience. And if the Oculus Rift can do that someday, I think the Vive doesn't need a computer to power itself. I could be wrong, but it'd be neat if something like that could happen too. Google Glass was trying to make it a similar experience with just augmented reality in general, but failed at it. But now they're wanting to do virtual reality, so it's one of those things. Everyone's jumping on the virtual reality train. Even like Samsung, if you get like a new Galaxy phone, they'll give you a free Gear VR virtual reality headset, depending on where you get them from. And even if you have to buy one because you didn't get it from the right place, it's still not that expensive, I don't think. But they got all sorts of different ones. I want to get a plastic one just because I know it'll last longer than that Google Cardboard one. And I think this plastic one that I want to get runs off the Cardboard platform, which basically is a neat little platform for iOS and Android. The only thing that disappoints me though is that there isn't that many phones with a 4K screen, because 4K is one of those things that makes sense if you have it right in front of your face. Same thing with 8K. It makes sense if it's right in front of your face. If it's on a TV, sure, but I'm going to forget about it after I watch the TV for a little bit. But if it's right in front of my face, I will notice it. But I was just now playing a game for on my Google Cardboard, and if you go back and watch the last video I posted, which will be like a Let's Play Mobile Catapult VR on Peggle, I just got done playing that Catapult VR, and it does have some motion sickness, but that is one of the side effects of VR, and eventually everyone's going to get used to it. But it isn't as bad as it was when I first started playing VR games, but it's still kind of not that great neither. But motion sickness is one of those side effects, but eventually it's one of those things that you will get used to. But there's that. Another thing I do want want to see improve on is the VR controllers, and then some. In fact, Oculus does have the VR controllers, and I think they're not out yet because they're still working on them, but you'll be able to buy them not too long after the Rift comes out. Another thing I saw was the Leap Motion. It's like a motion sensor. That'll be neat when you be able to hook it up to a virtual reality device. But I could see all sorts of uses for virtual reality. People could be doing surgeries and have it tied in with augmented reality so they can see that, oh, that's a heart. I need to do this, this, and this. That could help. Or like, another thing I could see it tied into is maintenance workers. They already have an augmented reality helmet, Intel does, with like Valkyrie, and you can be able to see all these different things and be able to work on stuff. It'll be neat to tie virtual reality into it completely instead of just being an augmented reality screen on top of it. But it's one of those things, it's going to be tying in more and more, and like a lot of this augmented reality screens and stuff that people have, it doesn't have the same experience as a virtual reality screen, but eventually it'll all tie in together so it'll have multi-purpose uses. But I could see that with the medical, the maintenance, and oh, that's what it was. So the Intel Valkyrie augmented reality helmet, they could look at the pipes and see which ones are wrong because it's thermal imaging being able to tell you that there's a problem in that pipe. So I could see an application for that. Probably if you were working on some kind of construction project, maybe have virtual reality there. Where else could I see it? Video games is going to be a big one. Entertainment, that's going to be neat. It would be neat eventually to have that augmented and virtual reality tied in together, so you can look at a spot where you would usually have a TV at, and you'd be able to see whatever is showing up at the spot that your TV should be, but you wouldn't have to have a TV there because you'd use the glasses. And that's one of the things that's also going to be neat. People want to have virtual desktops, so then they only have to have one monitor. And then when they put on the VR headset, it's like they have like 3 or 4 monitors, or maybe even monitors all surrounding all around them in the virtual reality. But the only problem is they got to figure out how to make it work because it's 2D space inside of 3D space. So that's the only biggest problem with it. They even are working on sound for it so you can hear in that direction. So that's going to be neat. Maybe eventually they'll get it so you can feel stuff too in like virtual reality. So like maybe if you're like walking in some kind of desert or something, you could feel the sand. Maybe someone will come out with that, but I could see all sorts of cases that can be used, from entertainment, maintenance, healthcare. Oh, it could be used for stock trading too, because they could use that for the virtual desktops and be able to look at stocks and stuff all around them. Because if you ever have seen those stock traders, they have all these different screens around them. So, yeah, virtual reality is a good thing. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. And that's it.